Welcome back to our channel named Top Lincoln Currency. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1989 1-cent coin. Some of these coins have sold for up to $15,000, so stay tuned to find out what makes this unassuming penny so valuable. This particular coin might look ordinary at first glance, but it has quite a story to tell. Minted in 1989 by the United States Mint, this Lincoln penny is part of a long legacy that started in 1909 when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was created to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over time, it has become one of the most iconic American coins. By 1989, the Lincoln penny had already undergone several changes in composition and design. Now let's take a closer look at the details. On the obverse, we have a profile of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most beloved presidents. His image has remained virtually unchanged since the penny's inception. The obverse also includes the word liberty and the year 1989, as well as the motto, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head. Flip it over to the reverse, and you'll see the classic Lincoln Memorial design. This motif was introduced in 1959, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny image of Lincoln sitting in the memorial, an impressive detail for such a small coin. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The composition of the Lincoln penny changed drastically over the years. Up until 1982, the coins were predominantly 95% copper, but due to the rising costs of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. This change made the newer pennies lighter, and 1989 pennies were made with this zinc core. However, even though the material is less expensive, certain rare errors and high-grade coins from 1989 are worth a lot to collectors. So, what makes a 1989 penny worth thousands of dollars? Well, it comes down to several factors. First, there are a few rare errors that collectors seek out. One such error is the famous Doubled Die Obverse, where the image on the front is slightly doubled. This doubling is typically subtle but can be seen on areas like Lincoln's face, the date, or even the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Such error coins are exceptionally rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Other valuable errors include off-center strikes, which occur when the coin wasn't properly aligned during the minting process. Off-center 1989 pennies can vary in value depending on how much of the design is visible, but some have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coins with significant die cracks, especially those on Lincoln's head or the memorial, can also be worth much more than face value. In addition to error coins, high-grade 1989 pennies can also fetch impressive prices. Grade is a term used to describe the condition of the coin, ranging from poor to mint state grades like MS-65 or even MS-70, which means the coin is in pristine, almost untouched condition. A 1989 penny in mint state 65 or higher can be worth anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on the market and the coin's appeal. But here's where it gets really exciting. Certain error coins and those in exceptional grades have sold for as much as $15,000. Imagine finding one of these valuable pennies in your own pocket change. These coins are rare but not impossible to come across, especially if you know what to look for. Coins with a strong strike, perfect luster, and no blemishes are incredibly desirable. Now, you might be wondering, how can you identify these valuable 1989 pennies? Here are some expert tips. Examine your change, always check your pennies closely. Keep an eye out for any oddities, especially doubling or off-center designs. Invest in a magnifying glass. Many of the valuable error details, like doubling, are subtle and can be difficult to see with the naked eye. Know the grades. If you find a penny that looks promising, consider having it graded by a professional service, like PCGS or NGC. Grading can authenticate the coin and significantly increase its market value. Auction or online sales. If you have a high-grade or error 1989 penny, consider selling it at auction or through trusted online marketplaces. Some collectors specialize in pennies and are willing to pay a premium for rare finds. As of now, regular 1989 pennies in circulated condition don't hold much value beyond their face value, but certain pieces can fetch big money. For example, an error 1989 penny recently sold for over $15,000 at auction. Even lesser errors or high-grade versions can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. This just goes to show how important condition and rarity are in the world of coin collecting. So, there you have it. The 1989 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of pocket change. From historical value to rare error varieties worth thousands, this coin is a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are right under our noses. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled for these hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed learning about this rare 1989 penny, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare penny or if you're hoping to find one of these valuable coins in your collection. Until next time, happy hunting. This video script aims to captivate the audience by offering a rich historical background, providing value insights, and encouraging viewers to inspect their own coins. Good luck with the video, and let me know if you need more information. Today, we're diving into the story of an unassuming yet fascinating coin, the 1990 United States 1 cent. This isn't just any penny, some versions of this coin have skyrocketed in value, even reaching the coveted worth of $16,000. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's explore its history, key features, and what collectors are paying today. The 1990 penny hails from the final decade of the 20th century, a period marked by changes in both coin production and the U.S. Mint's practices. 1990 was an iconic year at the Denver Mint, as it was producing large quantities of this penny to meet America's growing demand for currency in circulation. As with other Lincoln pennies, the 1990 continues the legacy of the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent holds the title of the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. Brenner's design, featuring Lincoln's side profile, has become iconic worldwide, appearing on billions of coins since its inception. The letter D on this coin signifies its origin at the Denver Mint, one of the few U.S. mint locations. The Denver Mint has a long-standing reputation for producing some of the country's highest quality coins. The 1990 penny had a significant mintage that year, with billions of coins rolling out to meet the demand across the country. Now, let's look at the features that make the 1990 1 cent coin special. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," to his left, and the date, 1990, to his right. Just below the date is the D mint mark, indicating its origin in Denver. On the reverse, the 1990 penny showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny Lincoln statue in the center, paying homage to the statue inside the actual Lincoln Memorial. Surrounding the image are the words United States of America and the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. At the bottom, the denomination 1 cent is proudly displayed. So, what makes the 1990 penny worth more than face value? Here's where rarity, condition, and demand come into play. While billions of 1990 pennies were minted, not all are valued equally. The value of a 1990 penny varies greatly depending on its condition and rarity. Coins that have avoided circulation and remain in unblemished, uncirculated condition are highly sought after by collectors. Finding a 1990 penny in pristine condition is rare due to the high volume of circulation. In coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the pinnacle of perfection, known as mint state, MS. A 1990 penny graded MS 67 or higher is incredibly rare, leading to high collector interest and increased market prices. Another factor that affects the value of the 1990D penny is errors or varieties. Some 1990D pennies may exhibit doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes, all of which can make the coin unique and drive up its value. Let's talk numbers. A standard 1990D penny in circulated condition typically holds a value close to face value, 1 cent. However, pennies in better condition or with special features command much higher prices. A 1990D penny in MS66 condition can sell for $30 to $50, while a rare MS67 coin can fetch over $500 at auction. But the real standout coins are those graded at MS68, an extremely rare achievement for this penny. Recently, a 1990D penny in MS68 sold for an incredible $16,000. So, why are some 1990D pennies valued so highly? The answer lies in a combination of high-grade rarity and collector demand. The top reason some 1990D pennies reach values of $16,000 or more is due to their grade rarity. Finding a penny in mint state 68 is like finding a needle in a haystack, especially for a coin produced over 30 years ago. Additionally, as the Lincoln penny continues to evolve, demand for earlier mintings in top conditions grows. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are visually flawless, which adds value to these rare finds. Now, you might be wondering, is investing in a 1990D penny a good idea? For dedicated collectors, it could be. While most 1990D pennies won't make you rich, coins in high mint state grades, especially MS68, are highly collectible and could appreciate in value over time. One pro tip for budding collectors: always inspect your pennies carefully, especially for high-quality specimens or potential error coins. They may just hold more worth than you'd expect. And there you have it, the story of the 1990D 1-cent coin. From its rich history to its hidden worth, this little penny packs a big punch for collectors. So, next time you come across a 1990D penny, give it a second look. Who knows? You might be holding on to a $16,000 treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and ring the notification bell for more coin content. Let us know in the comments if you have a unique penny in your collection, or which coin you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, happy collecting. Today, we're diving into a coin that looks like a regular penny but could be worth up to $17,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single 1991D Lincoln cent could be worth thousands of dollars. Let's unravel what makes this 1-cent piece so special, from its fascinating history to the rare qualities that collectors are paying big bucks for. Before we jump into the potential jackpot this coin holds, let's take a brief trip back in time to understand the legacy of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, was introduced as the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's image, and that person was, of course, Abraham Lincoln. This 1-cent coin has been a staple of American currency for well over a century. Fast forward to 1991, a year where the United States was seeing economic shifts and cultural changes. The Denver Mint, one of the main production facilities, minted millions of pennies, including the iconic 1991D Lincoln cent we're talking about today. While most of these coins were produced in bulk, a handful have some very special characteristics that make them extremely valuable. The D on this penny tells us it was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 1991, the Denver Mint was producing these coins by the millions, but certain factors have made select ones worth much more than face value. Now, why would anyone pay thousands of dollars for a coin that's usually worth just a cent? The answer lies in a few factors that make certain 1991D pennies incredibly desirable for collectors. The first major factor is condition. Coins that have stayed in near-perfect, uncirculated condition over the years can fetch a lot of money. In coin collecting, condition is rated by a grade, with MS, mint state, ratings going from 60 to 70. If you have a 1991D penny graded MS 68 or MS 69, you're in for a major payday. In this high of a grade, these coins are almost perfect, with no noticeable scratches, dents, or discoloration. There are very few 1991D pennies with this top-notch grading, which is why they're so valuable. Another reason a 1991D Lincoln cent could be worth thousands is due to die errors. These are mistakes made during the minting process, like doubling, where part of the design is stamped twice, or misalignment, which causes the coin's design to be off-center. Die errors make the coin rare and highly collectible, often increasing its value exponentially. And finally, like any collectible, the demand among collectors can drive up prices. With an increased interest in Lincoln cents over the past few years, prices for coins in top condition have soared. In a recent auction, a 1991D Lincoln cent in mint state sold for nearly $17,000. This high value reflects how passionate collectors are about getting the best versions of this coin. Now, let's talk about how you can check if you have a valuable 1991D penny. Here's a quick checklist. Is your coin in great shape, with minimal wear? If it looks brand new, it might be worth getting professionally graded. An uncirculated or mint state penny has a much higher chance of being valuable. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to carefully examine the coin for any errors. Look for signs of doubling or any unusual markings that might indicate a die error. If you believe your 1991D penny is in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Getting a high grade from one of these services can help prove its value if you decide to sell it. So, let's get into the juicy part, the current value. A 1991D Lincoln cent in average circulated condition is usually worth just a penny. But if you have a coin in mint state, MS 68 or higher, it could be valued at $1,000 or more. For the rare, almost perfect MS 69 coins, they've been known to fetch $10,000 to $17,000 at auction. Collectors are willing to pay big bucks for this coin because of its rarity in top grades, and finding one like this is a serious treasure hunt. Lincoln cents hold a unique place in American culture and history. The legacy of the Lincoln penny connects generations, and each one represents a piece of American heritage. The 1991D Lincoln cent is no exception, especially when it comes with a special story of rarity and value. So, if you've got a jar of old pennies lying around, take a close look. You might just find a 1991D gem waiting to be discovered. Who knows, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Remember to subscribe for more coin discoveries, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. This script should help captivate viewers, blending interesting history with practical tips on checking for valuable features. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to add or adjust. Today, we're diving deep into a seemingly ordinary coin that you may have lying around. But don't let its common look fool you, your 2001D Lincoln penny could be worth a lot more than 1 cent. In fact, rare versions of this coin have fetched up to $18,000 at auction. So, grab a seat as we explore the unique history, value, and hidden treasures of the 2001D penny. Let's get started. Our story begins with the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The first Lincoln cent was issued in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, quite revolutionary at the time. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through a few design changes, but it's remained a staple in American currency. So, let's zoom forward to 2001 and focus on the coin we're all here for, the 2001D Lincoln penny. The D mint mark indicates this penny was minted in Denver, Colorado. Denver produced over 5 billion Lincoln pennies that year, making this coin common in circulation. However, among these billions, there are rare varieties and errors that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. What makes some of these 2001D pennies so valuable? The answer lies in mint errors and unique varieties. Even with modern minting technology, mistakes happen. When these mistakes make it into circulation, collectors go wild. Here are a few types of errors that could make your penny worth up to $18,000. First, we have the classic doubled die error. This is when the design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. If you find a 2001 D penny where Liberty or the date looks doubled, it could be worth thousands. Next, off-center strikes are always a collector's favorite. This happens when the blank coin isn't perfectly aligned, resulting in a lopsided image. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin. Then, we have die cracks and cuts. These are cracks or bumps on the coin caused by a damaged die. Die cracks on the 2001 D penny often appear as raised lines or blobs and are highly sought after by collectors. BIE error, visual aid, close-up of the word Liberty with a small vertical line between the letters B and E, narrator, and here's a fun one, the BIE error. If you see a small line or blob between the letters B and E in Liberty, you may have a BIE error. This small detail can add significant value to your coin. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2001 D penny is valuable? Here are a few easy steps for identifying valuable characteristics on your coins. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to closely inspect your penny, especially around the date, mint mark, and letters. Look for doubling, cracks, or any other anomalies on the coin. Weigh your penny. A regular 2001 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, but if it's different, it could be an unusual error worth investigating. Compare your coin with online resources or take it to a professional coin dealer for appraisal. So, what's the current value of a 2001 D Lincoln penny? Well, a regular 2001 D penny found in circulation is generally only worth face value. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition are worth a bit more, usually between 10 and 50 cents. But if you have a rare error version, you could be looking at much more. Some of these error coins have sold for up to $18,000 at auctions. Let's take a look at some real-life auction examples. In recent years, collectors have paid thousands of dollars for 2001 D pennies with unique errors. For example, a penny with an off-center strike recently sold for over $1,500. And another with a pronounced double die sold for nearly $2,000. You might be asking, why are collectors willing to pay so much for error coins? For many, it's the thrill of finding something unique, a mistake that escaped quality control. These coins are snapshots of rare minting events, which makes them highly collectible. If you think you have a valuable 2001 D penny, there are a few ways to sell it. First, consider auction sites like eBay or heritage auctions, where collectors often search for rare coins. You could also visit a local coin dealer to get a professional opinion on your penny's value. Just remember, when selling, always make sure to get an accurate appraisal and seek multiple offers. And there you have it. The 2001 D Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of pocket change. While most of these pennies are only worth face value, some rare and unusual varieties can be worth a small fortune. So, next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You never know, you might just find a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And as always, happy hunting. That's it. This script is designed to engage viewers, provide historical and valuation insights, and encourage coin enthusiasts to stay on the lookout for these rare finds. Today, we're talking about a coin that millions of Americans have probably held in their hands but may have never known its true worth, the 1976 United States 1-cent Lincoln penny. To understand why the 1976 Lincoln penny can be a collector's gem, let's take a trip back to the mid-1970s. During this time, the United States was celebrating its bicentennial, the 200-year anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. While the bicentennial heavily influenced designs for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, the penny design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse remained unchanged. This design had been iconic since it was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and representing resilience and unity for the American people. The Lincoln penny from 1976 might look ordinary at first glance, but it carries a unique place in coin collections. While millions were minted that year, there are a few special factors that can make a seemingly common 1976 penny worth significantly more than face value. Most 1976 Lincoln pennies you'll find are made of copper and weigh around 3.11 grams. They were minted in two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. You can identify the Denver minted coins by the D mint mark, while those from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark at all. In average circulated condition, these coins might not be worth more than 1 cent. However, collectors have a strong appreciation for uncirculated and mint state coins, and that's where the value can jump. In mint condition, a 1976 Lincoln penny can fetch between $5 and $25 from collectors, especially if it's free of scratches, blemishes, and other signs of wear. So, if you have one that looks pristine, it's already worth holding on to. Now, what if I told you that certain 1976 pennies could be worth over $12,000? That's right, but there's a catch. The highest values come from pennies that have unique errors or anomalies, which make them incredibly rare and desirable. There are a few error types that collectors keep an eye out for. Let's go through some of the most valuable ones. One of the most valuable errors is the Doubled Die Obverse, or DDO. This happens when the coin's obverse die shifts slightly during the minting process, resulting in a doubling effect on the text or Lincoln's profile. A 1976 penny with this type of error in mint state can be worth upwards of $12,000. If you look closely and see any doubling on "In God We Trust" or the date, it's time to consult a coin expert. Another error to watch for is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't perfectly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing. Depending on how off-center it is, these coins can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s. Collectors are also interested in what's called the BIE error. This is a small die break that appears between the B and E in Liberty on the obverse. These errors are relatively common but can still add some extra value, especially in uncirculated condition. A 1976 penny with a BIE error can fetch anywhere from $5 to $20. Lastly, the wrong planchet error occurs when a penny is struck on a planchet, coin blank, intended for another denomination. While rare, a 1976 penny struck on a dime planchet could be worth thousands. To get top dollar for a 1976 penny, its condition, or grade, is crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. Coins in the highest grades, especially those with special mint errors, are the ones that sell for thousands. Coins with a grade of MS 65 or higher are most desirable. If you believe you have a valuable penny, consider having it professionally graded by an organization like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or the NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies will authenticate the coin, assign a grade, and encapsulate it in protective plastic, which can significantly boost its market value. As of now, uncirculated or mint condition 1976 pennies can generally sell for $5 to $25 to collectors. If your penny has a rare error, like a double die obverse or off-center strike, it could be worth anywhere from $100 to over $12,000 depending on the error type and grade. The market for error coins is strong, and collectors are always on the hunt for unique, high-grade pieces. Prices for these rare finds can fluctuate based on demand, so it's worth checking auction sites or consulting with a numismatist to understand the current market if you think you have a rare penny in your collection. So, how can you find one of these potentially valuable pennies? If you have any old jars of coins, search through them carefully. Look for coins with minimal wear, or, if you're feeling lucky, keep an eye out for those error coins we mentioned. You never know, one of those pennies could make you thousands of dollars richer. To sum up, the 1976 Lincoln penny might look common, but it holds the potential to be a hidden gem. Remember, high-quality, uncirculated pennies can fetch a nice sum, and rare error coins could land you thousands. So, if you have a 1976 penny, don't overlook it. Check for errors, consider its condition, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories and hidden treasures. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1976 penny, or any other coin you'd like us to cover. Until next time, happy hunting. His script provides a detailed breakdown of the 1976 Lincoln penny's value, history, and potential worth, making it ideal for keeping viewers engaged and informed.